Hey there, welcome to What Dogs Really Want, the podcast where we ditch some old school myths, explore what dogs really need to thrive in the modern world. We're your hosts. There's Maren,
Hello.
Alana,
Hi.
and me, Stefanie. And each week we break down canine behavior looking through the lens of ethology, enrichment, and empathy. Whether you're a dog pro or just in love with your dog, you're in the right place. We do want to clarify that our podcast was created to express our feelings and discuss how we can better support the dogs in our lives, not to offend anyone. Our goal is to view things from a dog's perspective and explore how we can all adjust our behavior to ensure our dogs live their happiest lives. So, this week, we kind of want to play off last week's podcast where we talked about enrichment and the importance of it. And we were kind of chatting and wanted to go into behavior problems that can often be helped by, if not eliminated, through adding enrichment to your dog's life. We also want to talk about how you can approach enrichment based on your dog's age, breed, personality, lack of focus, like whatever prevents you from providing enrichment or you think they're not right for it. We want to tackle those. And also, we're going to go over some questions and comments that we hear a lot from people who want to do enrichment with their dog, but feel like they can't, they're not successful, or they don't know where to start. So let's start with behaviors that people often complain about that when you go on a private appointment, it often turns out that a lot of these behaviors show up because the dog does not have enough enrichment in their lives. So, who wants to start with one of the things that they always hear about?
I mean, I feel like almost any behavior issue that we've personally encountered can stem to an extent to lack of enrichment or lack of appropriate outlets. Because like by enrichment, we don't just mean games and like the stuff we do at school. Like enrichment can refer to like outlets for natural behaviors like digging, foraging, like walking, running, like and like it just all encompassing enrichment. So I think pretty much any behavior problem can stem to some sort of lack of enrichment. Um, but yeah, I think the biggest one that I always hear about is barking, like barking out the
Hmm.
window. Like I need my dog to stop barking. My dog barks all the time, and they're usually like toy dogs, which we had a whole podcast about that, so I won't get into that. But barking, and then with the herding dogs that we get complaints about, it's like restless behavior, kind of like destruction, just like I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like restless is a good way to describe it because it can just be all sorts of things, but stems from a lack of enrichment and a lack of outlets.
Free
Mm-hmm.
activity.
Destructive.
You see a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
I was
classic yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah, reactivity for sure. I was thinking destructive behavior with even some toy dogs too. I remember we had like two Pomskis and their
Oh
parents were
yeah.
like they're
They
destroying
would
our
like rip up the
couch. They're
couch.
destroying
Yeah.
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 So I mean, and they were smart. They needed
Yeah, those
something.
dogs were smart.
So smart. Yeah. Um, yeah, I think you're right though, Maren. I think that almost all behavior problems come from a lack of enrichment. Not that that's the only thing going on there, but I do, that's always the first thing I talk to people about when I do a private appointment. Like, what do you have going on? Like, what outlets do they have? What freedoms do they have? How often do you walk? And do you do games and activities with them? And it's I've never taken down the data, but honestly, I think all those people who have these problems are like, nothing. They might do walks, but a lot of the times the walks are 30-minute.
Just
We
to
do
go
a power walk
potty.
and then we
Yeah.
come. Yeah, and there's some trainers that are discouraging people from even allowing their dog to sniff on walks, which to me is
I know you
insane.
mentioned that in one of the past episodes, but that's
I've
ridiculous.
heard that a couple times now, where it's like the walk is to be more focused, their attention needs to be on you. I disagree with that.
I just
I
don't
think
see the
there's a time and a
purpose
place. No,
unless
I
you
mean
are
the walk,
like training like a service dog or like a dog
sure.
that needs to do something specific, like a police dog, like needs to focus exactly on you. But other than that, like I don't see the purpose of that at all.
No, and if you do have a police dog or something like that that has to have that focus, don't you feel it's also important to give them a walk that's for them?
Yeah, like
I mean, that's
decompressing.
just,
Or
yeah,
be able to
they're
take in
dogs.
their environment. Like that's the main way they take in their environment is through smell.
Yeah.
Yep.
So why are we like only look at me?
Yeah, I feel like
Me
I
people,
don't
either.
know.
I feel like some people take it as like a sign of disrespect when your dog wants to like do their own thing on the walk that you brought them on. Like, man, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to sort that out in therapy, my
That's an
friend.
that's an ego issue. That's not a dog issue.
I think so too. And like, the direction, like if the dog pulls, like, well, why is your dog pulling? I let my dog walk ahead of me
Yeah.
because they have four legs. They walk faster than I do. I don't let them drag me all over the street, but also that zigzag that a lot of dogs do, Jinx especially, our dog Forrest used to do the classic zigzag. That is how dogs in the wild, they gather scents.
Mhm.
So instead of working against them, understand why your dog's doing what they do, and maybe that would be a helpful thing for them. Again, they can't drag you down the street for safety issues, but meet in the middle and understand like that right there is enrichment to let him have some control over the walk and what direction we're going to go in as long as it's safe. Um, it's funny. So that
Yeah, and
helps
like
with a
I
lot.
also I touched on this a little bit at last episode, but like it's exciting to go on a walk. Like your dog only gets to leave the house and like go adventure the
Yeah.
world when you let them. So like especially if you're only taking them on a 30-minute walk after dinner and that's it. Like it's very
Yeah.
exciting and like they're gonna want to take advantage of that opportunity. So,
Yeah.
you can't expect them to not act excited. I don't know.
Then
Yeah.
yeah, that I feel like that's just like a thing in I don't know if it's just like American culture in general though, but like it's frowned upon to like act excited. Like even for children, like it's frowned upon for to like hear kids yelling or laughing really loud or like any
Yeah,
type of like everyone's like settle down, don't get too
that's
excited.
true.
Same with dogs, like don't be too excited, don't act like a dog. I don't know what that is, but like
That is
they can be
true.
excited. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
like, and
not
obviously they have to
Yeah.
regulate their emotions and be able to come back down from it, but like it's not a crime to be
yeah.
excited and like I don't know.
Excitement is not a crime.
Yeah.
Skateboarding is not a crime.
Our
And
next
again, you don't have to
t-shirt.
let your dog maul you and all that stuff, but
Yeah,
find
exactly.
a
Like
way
it's
to
the
still let them.
balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's another thing too that enrichment can help with jumping. People complain
Hmm.
about jumping all the time too, but there's your pent up energy, emotion. And so if you give them some more active things to do, um, it's pretty easy to squash jumping if you give
Yeah.
them a little more energetic things to do and set some boundaries, of course. Um, Another one is digging. We do a lot of digging
Hmm.
activities at the school, and how many people have told us, like, I don't want my dog digging this week if you're going to do that as an activity. But
Yeah,
then they complain because their dog's digging their flower pots, and that's why they don't want us to do it here and trying to
but
impress on people if you
it's like
give
the
them an
complete
outlet.
opposite. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like we're not
Uh,
teaching your dog to do stuff here. We're giving them
yeah.
opportunities to do it so they don't do it at your house.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
can't take credit for a natural behavior. There's no way you can teach a dog a natural instinct like digging. They're
Yeah.
gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
letting them do it here, so hopefully it gets it out of their system.
Yeah. I know. We're all in there in the sandbox, like, okay, step one, go like this.
Yeah. Now make sure you show
Yes,
your
good
mom and
job.
dad at home and all their nice flower beds what you learned
I
today.
know. I know. But digging is really important. And if you don't want to do the sandbox thing, because of course we always recommend the sandbox or give them like a mulch pit or something that's appropriate in the yard.
Mhm.
You can put their toys in it. It's all about that place is way cooler to dig in. But ball pits are a good substitute for digging, and you can do it inside. It's not that messy if you're willing to pick up a couple balls that fly out of the side. But there's so many ways to provide activities that that give them that outlet.
There's
Um,
even
The
that.
eye dig.
Yeah, I was literally just about to
yes.
say there's even that game that we have. I believe Casey gave that to us, but it's called the iDig. And yeah, it's like
Yeah.
this round circle with like mats with pockets in it. And so you can like put treats in the pockets, in between the pockets, under the pockets, and then the dogs dig at it. But it's like this small, like probably
Mhm.
foot and a half by foot and a
Yeah.
half circle. So like even that is like better than nothing. Like I say like that's probably not the same as providing your dog with like a sandbox, but it does give them some sort of outlet to dig.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Mhm.
there's
Mm-hmm.
that, it takes up no space. Like you can do it if you live in an apartment. Like there are so many things that you can be creative with.
Yeah. You can put
Yeah, I
towels
can't
in
think
it.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because then there's multi layers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, all the dogs at school love that, whether it's the Pyrenees and the Chihuahua. They all love the eye dig. And it's funny because we'll put it away for a while and then we pull it out. Everyone's like, eye dig. It's like it's
Mhm.
crazy. So, yeah,
It's in
it's
the trunk of
fun.
my
And you
car
can
right now.
layer. That's where it is.
I
Like,
I
oh,
took it. I took it to Koa's. I have to bring it back. Just
oh,
reminded
thank
me.
God. I'm like, what happened to the eye dig?
I've stolen it.
No one
That's
gets
a
to
great
dig
one
anymore.
too. Some of those days where everybody is just like, whoo, up here, whether they've been cooped up too long or it's just one of those days. That's such a great thing to pull out, and they all take their turns digging for like 5 minutes, and then it's just, it makes such a huge difference. It's just
Mhm.
a great way to express yourself. Like, be a dog.
Yeah, and like all
Um,
those natural behaviors, like we always talk about, like digging, sniffing, foraging, like licking, those are all calming. So, like, if you provide outlets, like it's going to be super beneficial.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the eye dig kind of covers all those bases. Ball pits
Yeah,
too, because
true.
you've got your foraging. And the ball pits, it can be balls, but we've added towels in them,
Hmm.
bed sheets, novel objects like throw pool noodles and weird stuff, ladles and anything that's safe, baby toys, just
Empty
to
water
forage.
bottles.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a
bottle
fun
pit.
one.
Mhm.
The bottle pit, yeah, because then you've got that different
Crunch
texture and the
factor.
noise. I know. They're
Crunch.
fun. And those kind of games also help with dogs who get into the trash and shred or destroy objects. A lot destroy objects again because you're just giving them an appropriate way to do all that stuff. Destruction boxes, we love those.
Yeah,
I don't
Mhm.
know, a dog that doesn't like a destruction box on some level. I think we've talked about that before, but if you don't know what that is, you literally take a cardboard box and you basically throw all your safe recyclables in there, smaller boxes, the
packing
packing
paper, toilet
paper.
paper rolls.
Yeah. Take out food containers as long as your dog's not going to eat the stuff and you just supervise as always. Um, but throw a bunch of stuff in a big box, just a handful of kibble or treats, and just let them go nuts. And they'll look for the food, but also the shredding is such a huge component.
Yeah,
Um,
and they have to sniff to see like what compartments the treats are in. Like it's all of it.
yeah, yeah. So there's so many things you can do, and if you do these activities a couple times a day, 5 to 10 minutes a time, I guarantee you're going to see a reduction in these nuisance behaviors or the problem behaviors. Your dog's just going to be calmer. You're building that social currency that we talk about all the time because you're providing your dog with fun stuff. Sit on the floor and play with them. That's what we do at the school. And when I'm doing enrichment with my dogs, I'm right there with them. It's teamwork, even though obviously they're the ones who are in the box. But after they're done, you're like, let's go again and throw in some more treats. And it's just a fun bonding experience. Yeah, it's just it's so easy and it's so necessary. And I guarantee your dog's gonna be better, better if you just do this.
Yeah.
I feel like it's always
Um,
more beneficial to direct like someone who is developing like a dog or a child, like direct them to something that they can do instead of just always telling them like no, 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 and not giving them any direction of like what's
yes,
okay and what's not. Like
Yeah,
that's one of my
exactly.
favorite things to do is to like think of like for Jude, his development, like there are times when when he was learning that he could like throw things or learning that he could splash in water, and it's like I don't want to be like, no, don't do that, no, don't do that. So it's like let's high five or let's you can throw this ball or whatever. Same with
Yeah,
dogs, like I don't always want to
absolutely.
be like no, 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 but like you could share this magazine instead of the shoe or you know what I mean. Like I just think it's like so
Absolutely.
much more beneficial to to do that instead of just shutting them down constantly.
Yeah, I feel like that's good
And
for like
yeah,
anyone. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
even
Yeah.
me, like if I'm like, doing something or I'm like, oh, like I want to do this today, and then someone's just like, no, then
Mhm.
I'm gonna be like, okay. But if they're like, oh no, but what if we do this instead? I'd be like, oh, cool, yeah, fine. Like I feel like anyone can relate to that. Like you don't
That's
want to
true.
just hit a
Yeah.
brick wall. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No
no,
one
I
likes it.
agree. Um, gosh, we've done lectures on that too, like more yes, less no, because people just go right to the no, stop, don't. And a lot of training is suppressing behavior, suppressing, make it go away. And people just want things to stop
like putting a
instead of,
band-aid over it.
Hmm.
yeah, it doesn't go away. You're stifling, you're frustrating, you're destroying your social currency. So yeah, that's the best thing is to find a way to redirect.
And then I feel
Um,
like we always say that too, like on the flip side of that, like if you do get like a ball pit for your dog and you notice your dog going over there by themselves and exploring the ball pit, then you want to be like, yes, good job. Like show them this is what I want. Like that's a good dog. Like, because then they'll
mm-hmm,
get that in their head, like, oh, like this is where I'm supposed to do it. Like,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Make it enticing, make it really fun. I
yeah,
think we talked about once before Ian Dunbar, the godfather of positive reinforcement training, to encourage his dogs to dig in a sandbox. He hides like bones and things that they can have, and so they just
human
naturally smell it and
bones.
seek it out. Human bones, his
His
bones of his
victims.
enemies. We do not condone violence of any kind,
Disclaimer,
but
He
we at What
doesn't
Dogs Want
murder it.
Academy do not.
violence is always wrong. But yeah, if you kind of set them up to explore on their own, even better, like it's
Mhm.
just, it's so easy. So easy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A little bit of
Hmm.
a mess, but also we're living with dogs. You're going to get a little bit of a mess. It's
Yeah, it's going to
okay.
take you less time to clean up a destruction box than to clean up your couch cushion that's been ripped to shreds.
It's
That's
a lot
true.
cheaper too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, toilet paper shredding is the current favorite at school. And no, it doesn't teach your dog to go find the toilet paper. And okay, I know one dog that actually sought out toilet paper and destroyed it, but my dog. Um, that's the only one I've ever had. But then you can just close your bathroom door. But take a roll of toilet paper, shove some treats in it, and that is a blast. And they'll just rip beyond the treats because it's just fun. The texture's good. Um, and then they're down for like an hour because it was so exhausting. And you just sweep it up, done.
I let Obi, anytime I have like a finished like toilet roll thing or like paper towel roll, I'll just give it to Obi because he just loves to shred it up. And beyond that, he has like this weird thing that once he shreds it, he loves to carry around the little fragments of cardboard.
Yeah.
He wants you to throw them and play fetch with them. He wants to bring them to bed with him. Like they're like his little babies. Like,
That's like total enrichment right there.
yeah,
For free. It's all for
His
exactly.
free.
baby.
And then once he like bores of it, I just go around. It takes me like a minute to just like collect the remnants.
Collect his babies.
Yeah, collect his babies that he's abandoned and throw them in the trash.
Bye, baby.
You served your
Oh my God.
purpose.
I know. But yeah, but we will say, I mean, some dogs do like to eat cardboard and eat the toilet paper.
Yeah,
So just
keep an
know
eye
your
on it.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep an eye on them, and then they're always communicating. So if you see that they can't do those kinds of games without consumption, then just find something else and go to a
Mhm.
towel or some other kind of game. The I dig. I think it's like $100, but honestly,
It's a
that's
good, it's an
nothing for a,
investment. Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah,
It
Can't
holds
you
our
your dog.
dog
buy
would,
can't you buy refills of the mats inside? Like if your dog like rips one or chews one up, like you can just buy a refill. You don't have to buy the whole entire new game.
yeah, and they have different ones with different pockets and different challenges, and they're like $10 a piece. It's really inexpensive for what you can get out of it. Um, I see it lasting forever. We've had it for like 4 years now,
A
and we've had to
while.
replace the pads a few times, but
Not even very
only
often though. Like,
twice.
yeah.
I think twice I've got them just to be fresh. But you can put the towels in there or bed sheets. We've even used it as a confidence box where you do put like the novel objects in there because it's a nice raised side and they're still digging in there.
Yeah.
So highly recommend the iDig and
I'll link
hey,
it.
iDig people.
I'll
I
link it. Yeah, right.
know. We'd be happy to happy to do a commercial for
Just
you.
saying.
All breeds, all ages. We can show you
I'll,
5 different ways to use it.
I'll link the iDig in the show notes for this episode
No,
if
that was
anyone's interested.
a brilliant invention. We should have thought of that ourselves, but um
But we
so
didn't.
yes, we didn't.
We didn't, but we could be sponsored by them.
We could be sponsored by them. Hello.
Just another reminder.
I know. So what else? And I one of the other things that I had noted, a problem behavior I hear about all the time is hyperactivity, the lack of focus, lack of impulse control. Again, your dog probably doesn't have enough going on in their world. I always tell clients, it's like your dog has a really small window or has their world is very, very small. So you've got to make it bigger for them. If they have to live inside your house and all they have is looking out the window for entertainment or feel like they have purpose, that's why you see your window barking and your reactivity at everything going by and the Amazon driver. So all these things that we're talking about give them a sense of purpose and burn off some energy and it's time with you. So, yeah, yeah.
I saw a quote the other day. I think I sent it to you guys, but it was like your dog's world is only as large as you allow it to be.
Yes, I
And like
love that.
it's so true. Like you don't really think about that, but it's so true. Like your dog is only getting exposed to the world and getting as many opportunities as you are allowing them to. So,
I- it's perfect. It's a huge responsibility, and I mean that in the best possible way. It's like having a child. It's
hmm
you're going to get out of it what you put into it.
hmm
And it's not ethical if you don't put a lot into it because your dog is completely dependent on you
Yeah, and
for everything.
if you don't have the time or the desire or the energy to do that, then maybe you shouldn't get a dog, and that's a different discussion because
But it's true.
it's not fair.
Yeah.
Dogs are not just here to serve our wants and our needs.
Neither are children.
Neither are children.
No. No, and that phrase that a lot of people throw around, like they just want to please you. Can I just
No,
say
they
I hate
don't.
that phrase because
That's
No, they
weird
don't.
too.
to me that sounds like they're like geisha
Yes,
girls or
master.
something. Like the yeah, it's like they want to be connected to you. They want to have a
Yeah.
relationship with you. And you're going to
They
get out
love
of that
you.
what you put into. They love you,
Don't make
but
it
they
weird.
want
Don't make it creepy.
yeah, that phrase has always really bothered me. Like
It's like when you
we
get
owe it
married
to
and it's like
them.
to respect and to serve my husband. Same vibes.
Yeah.
Both are wrong.
Yeah.
Both are not the vibe.
I know.
It's a
Anyway, that
relationship.
just made me think it is a relationship and you should want to put in the time and have fun and make their world bigger and do cool things with
Elena,
them.
is your house haunted?
I know. I just know that
These
a lot
lights are
happening
just
right now.
flickering.
it left your
Mima's trying
bookshelf
to
and
come
went
in
in.
here. The lights are flickering. Hang on, let me mine real quick.
Mima's flickering the lights. Let me in.
It's the spirit that left your bookshelf and went into Elena's house via the
Like,
podcast
Oh
portal.
yeah.
she's like a vampire. She let me in. Yeah, I don't know. The lights flicker a lot in this house, especially when I'm home alone, so I don't know.
Mm,
Sounds
that's
suspicious.
weird.
It sounds a little sus. I'm always just like, Nana? Like trying to make myself feel better. Like it's someone I know.
I know.
It's like a demon.
And they're like, yes.
Yeah, I'll be your Nana.
As
You
long as they're
see,
cool.
I bet if you gave that ghost some enrichment, they wouldn't be acting out and flicking your lights.
You know, enrichment is life for all of us. Again, it kind of we talked about this last time, like when COVID, when you're all locked down and nobody could do anything or see their friends or eat out and do all the things. That's your dog every day if you don't let them have things to do. So it's,
Yeah, or like when
you know,
people are in like solitary confinement in like prison, and like how many of
mm,
us think that that's unethical? But if you're just leaving your dog in the house all day with nothing to do and not interacting with them, you know, I'm not gonna say it's the same because it's not, but it's the same idea. Like
Just a
so just
lack
put it
of
into another perspective.
stimulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go bonkers.
Yeah.
So,
I saw a TikTok of this dog. They had like the button set up and the dog pushed a button and it connected to Alexa and played like his playlist. Like he has like
The
a
dog's
set
playlist.
playlist. The dog's playlist, yeah. He
really
has
go for
like a
some Jack
set.
Johnson today.
It was really cute. So he pushed his button and then the music started and he just went over and like sat on the couch and was just like laying there listening to the
Start
music.
grooving.
And it
That's
was
cute.
cute, but like also kind of sad because he was just laying there like
It's like really
listening to
like
the music.
sad,
Like
moody songs.
it
Alexa,
was
play
like
my I Miss My
moody.
Mom playlist.
Home Alone again. It's kind of sad. It just made me realize that like they're just like, all right, I guess I'll listen to this song and wallow on the couch.
Yeah.
Can't
Been
even
there.
color. God, that's so sad.
Love a good wallow on the couch.
Occasionally, but if it's every day, it's like
Yeah.
again.
If that's the only thing you have, wallowing shouldn't be your only form of enrichment.
No.
And how often does that playlist get changed for him? You know?
Probably not
I
that
don't
often.
know. Probably
Probably
not.
not. You get tired of the same songs over and over again.
It's like, who let the dogs? It's all dog songs. He's
Just
like,
the Snoopy do 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 do. There's only so many of those too. Like a 5 song playlist.
Hound Dog by Elvis Presley.
That's a good one.
oh.
So now we're gonna name all of our dog songs
Yeah,
That's all
now we're
I
just
can think of.
gonna
That's all I can think of.
Ah, so yeah, the point of that little segment was like, um, if you feel like your dog is trying to tell you something, they
They probably
probably
are.
are. Yeah,
They're probably trying to tell you something even if you don't think they are, because you're just not listening hard enough.
yeah.
Hot take.
And then it goes into the people who, yeah, and we talked about this a little bit too, the people who say my dog is too old for that or they don't really like it. I guarantee you, if you left your dog with one of us for 30 minutes, we would find something they really liked to do. That is our superpower. We've had 14-year-old dogs. I mean, they all like to sniff, explore new things. I would say we've gotten all of them to do digging,
Something.
foraging on some level. I mean, that's as easy as it gets, and all dogs have that instinct. So that's not an excuse. Too old is not an excuse. Even just sitting outside, that's enriching. And just taking in the environment, the smells and the sounds, and watching birds and
Even
squirrels, depending
something
on where you live.
something so easy that one of our clients does, Melissa, like when she's cooking, she'll have her little spice drawer out, and as she's cooking, every spice that she pulls out, she'll just let her dog sniff the spice and then put it in the dish and then put it back. Like there's just like so small
Hmm.
and easy, but like she's just including her dogs. Like, oh, sniff this. It's a new smell. You've probably never smelled cloves
Yep.
before, but here you go. Like,
Social
That's a good
currency
idea.
building.
yeah,
Mhm.
because the
Yeah.
dogs are a part of it, and then it's just like it's fun, it's novel, it's I don't know, it's just
Yeah.
something
I
so
like
easy.
that. I think Elena, you hit on that with one of our other, maybe it was with our breed groups or whatever, but including them in your day to day,
Hmm.
hmm
that is really fun. That made me think of that too. Like we have chickens, and so our new thing is I always go to our dogs. I'm like, let's go check the chickens in the afternoon. And we all run out to the coop and we all look in the lay box and I pull out the eggs and then I hold them all and Clover
Clover
touch
likes to
each and
bless
one.
the eggs.
We call them blessing the eggs. It's like, would you like to bless the eggs? And now they all do it. They've all like, oh, okay. So they all have to like boop the egg with their nose and
Every
kind
egg
of
is
sniff them a little
blessed.
bit. Sometimes
That's
they lick
so
them.
cute.
And it's so simple and it takes me 5 extra minutes to do that. But it's like our ritual now. It's like, let's go check the chickens. And now we're going to bless the eggs and just silly stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's
It's
so cute.
fun. It's really fun.
yeah.
So yeah, spices, eggs, just like go outside. And we talked about the Look at That game. Daniel Shaw, who's this crazy, amazing canine neurobiology guy, had this activity with his dogs that he works with, and they just walk around the yard and they just stop and look at things together. And he says, "Look at that." And maybe touch and explore. And then when the dog's ready to move on, you just walk a little further. Look at that. Again, it's easy enrichment. You can spend 5 minutes on it, 30 minutes on it, whatever. And it's building that social currency. There's no social pressure, which is another big thing. You don't want to force your dog to do anything because then arguably
I
that's
said,
not
look at
enrichment.
that.
Blast the eggs. Well, we know people like that too who like try too hard to get their dog to do stuff. Like it has to be sort of a natural thing. But there's so many little ways you can just do really amazing things for your dog with your dog.
Obi's
Yeah.
current Obi's current thing, which is like the most basic enrichment, but it's still something, is the windows in my flat. You can kind of see here, they're pretty high up, and so he can't really see out them. But he really likes to look out the windows because we're on the top floor and there's like a busy road right there. And also I have a railway track right there. So the trains can come and you can see the trains from my living room window. And then you can see like the main street there. You can see like a bus stop and like people walking. And Obi, if he sees me glancing out the window, because sometimes if I know Callum's coming home, I'll like look out the window, see if he's here yet. And if Obi sees me looking out the window, he'll come over and he'll want me to pick him up so then he can look out the window too. And we watch the trains and we watch all the people waiting for the bus and everything like that. And he loves to look out the window. So I'll just hold him for like 20 minutes and we'll just look out the window together.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And
When will
don't you
our
see?
husband return?
Daddy on one of those trains.
The candle in the window.
Oh. But I would say doing that kind of thing with him is also going to reduce any reactivity because you're showing him
true.
what's out there. It's not the
Although sometimes
what's that?
sometimes though, because we have a lot of kids in our neighborhood, so if we look out the window at the wrong time and there's a lot of kids hanging out, he doesn't like kids, so he'll just start shaking. And so I'm like, okay, that's enough window time. We don't need to look at them.
Well, you're
We'll look when the
listening to your
trains are
dog
out there.
though. You know, like you're totally listening to him and
Yeah.
reading what his needs are,
Obi
which
likes
is part of
trains,
it.
does not like children.
That's good to know because there are going to be
Trains.
people that want their dog to like everything, and that's just not even reasonable or practical.
Yeah.
So,
No. Trains are a
yeah.
lot easier to like.
Yeah, trains are cool. Kids,
You could go either.
yeah.
Cool kids are
I
cool.
was trying to think of how to say that.
You're like,
Some kids are
suck.
cool. Kids,
That's funny.
Sorry, we're a little wild this
Ah,
podcast. I drink
I
my
know,
coffee a
because
little
last
too
podcast was
fast.
so like we're all like manic.
well, I remembered to stay
Manic.
off the news channels for the last 24 hours, which has helped my mood considerably.
I had a
I have
5 hour gossip
too.
session last night, so my moods are high.
Well, I can't say that. Never mind.
I had a glass of wine
Drink
last night.
I participated in recreational things last night, so I feel good.
We are all in a better headspace today. Thank you for sticking with us, people.
Yeah. What's next?
Well, I wanted to share some of the comments and questions we hear about in regards to doing enrichment with their dog, and we've actually kind of addressed some of them, but I'm just going to read down my list, and then if
A
we have
little
more stuff
Q&A
to say,
session.
little Q&A, things that people
Ooh.
have told me, because part of when you come to our school, we have a monthly syllabus of what we're going to attempt with the dogs that come to school. Of course, they always get to choose if they're going to do that or not, because they don't think they have to please us. Um, and that's fine. We like that. We like
We have to
independence
please
and
them.
creative. We are here to please them, to provide pleasurable things for them, whatever that might mean. So, and then we send homework home because I think that would be really fun to like, oh, here's some new stuff I could try with my dog so I can keep the fun going. And these are some of the comments that we get. Or from private appointments, whatever. My dog is too old to do this kind of stuff. We talked about that. There's always something. You have to be willing to try new things. We can tell you 10 things that would be really fun, and your dog may not like any of those 10 things, but it might give you like a grounding point to then try something else. sniffing is always something that dogs can do. Um, and foraging. I believe every dog likes to eat something. A lot of people say, oh, they don't like treats. They can't do that. Well, what do they like? Your dog eats something, or what
Obi
would be a
likes
treat?
popcorn.
Popcorn, shredded
Mm.
cheese. Get creative.
Yeah.
And you don't have
Hot
to give
Oh
dog.
them
yeah.
bowls of
We
it,
did a shredded
but
cheese scatter feed last night in the kitchen. It was exciting.
That's every time
those
I
are the
put shredded
best.
cheese on something, I just sprinkle a little bit all over the carpet for Obi to do.
We
Yes,
were
it
having a
doesn't take
midnight
much.
nacho snack. I was like,
Oh, I like that. Yes. See? See? This is so easy. Um, there's a game my German friend does, and it's kind of weird because they're
My
German.
German friends game.
My German friend's game, the the English translation is sausage tree, and they cut up pieces of sausage and they put it around their yard on any branch or anything where it's just kind of up off the ground, and then they set their dogs out and they have to go run around and find it on the sausage tree. And I just think that's so fun. We've done that here. It's like we don't have enough
I bet
bushes as
Clover loves a
well.
sausage tree.
Clover
May
would love
May
a
loves a
sausage tree.
sausage tree.
Unfortunately, where we're living now, all the things that are bushy are
Rose
roses. So
bushes, yeah.
little too
oh,
little dangerous.
Well,
Little
we
dangerous to
have
grow.
right outside. I'm learning through this conversation that my neighborhood is very enriching, but we have in in my neighborhood there's like kind of like this little secret path that takes us to the outside of the neighborhood that goes behind because there's like my flat building here and then there's like kind of like townhouses here and you can either go the street, there's two rows of townhouses, you can go down the street in the middle or behind the backyards of the townhouses there's like this secret pathway that's between the backyards of the townhouses and the railway track. And it's lined with bramble bushes. And I've discovered that Obi really likes blackberries. And so we'll go and we'll find the ripe blackberries on the bushes and pull them off.
that's
That's
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
That's our
Yeah.
That's
So there's
secret bramble passage.
foraging at its finest.
If we see
That's
too many
great.
kids on the streets, that's how we get out.
that's fair.
Quick through the
Luckily, the
bramble
kids don't
forest.
know.
Yeah.
Run. That's literal foraging too. That's
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
good.
that's
exactly.
amazing. I love that.
I
So
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
well,
get
convinced.
creative.
I wasn't convinced they were actually blackberries and not like some sort of poisonous berry. Um, so Callum had some first, and then he was fine. So
Poor honey.
bless the
he was like, "No,
berries.
these are definitely brambles." I'm like, "Okay,
I'll show you.
yeah, we'll just wait 48 hours before we give any to Obi."
I'm glad that worked out okay.
Obi loves it. Obi loves a fruit, a berry, a vegetable, any of that.
Yeah, and your dog might too. So if you're worried about over treating, which is also something people throw at us all the time, well, I know they'll do it for you because you're giving a bunch of treats. Like, actually, we use pretty boring kibble most of the time. So it's because I want them to
Obi would
do
do
it,
it for
not just,
iceberg lettuce,
yeah, carrots. I mean, there's a lot of healthy things that your
green
dogs might
beans.
enjoy. So experiment.
hmm
We had a
Cauliflower
dog.
is May's favorite.
We had a. Oh, Meme likes cauliflower.
Yes.
Interesting.
Mm.
And
Um,
cabbage.
we had we had a dog at our school, shout out Royal, who was on a weight loss journey,
Royal.
and so his favorite snack was frozen green beans, and he loved them.
Oh.
Yeah, so experiment a little bit, which is also enrichment if you present your dog with different types of foods to try.
Yeah, the other day we were
Um,
having
tell
big
you.
salads for dinner, and so we were cutting up like lettuce and carrots and cucumber and radish and stuff like that. And so Obi was he just wanted a little bit of everything to see what he liked. He liked it all.
Cool. Like a little buffet.
Little buffet.
Yeah.
Just make sure you know which foods are dog safe.
Yeah, I didn't know about radishes and I didn't look it up, so he didn't get any radish, but he liked the lettuce, the carrots, the cucumber, the corn, the
Awesome.
cheese,
Good spread.
the croutons.
Ooh.
Just made him a little salad for himself.
Basically, yeah.
That's cute. That's great. So there's that.
Watermelon.
Yeah, watermelon. There's so many things that you could spice up your dog's life with if they don't
hmm
like
Yeah.
traditional treats.
Yeah. Um, so what else? So that's the won't forage too old. um, gets bored. A lot of people think that their dogs get bored. And I find that happens most likely with when you buy those puzzle toys, those feeder puzzles.
Yeah.
Um, I think they do get boring because the game just doesn't change up that much. It's you can choose which different levers or pockets. I don't even have very many of them, but I know there's like usually spaces or whatever you put treats in or pockets.
Hmm.
That would get boring. So if you're going
Yeah,
to
it's like you're doing the
use
same jigsaw
those,
puzzle every single night before bed. You're gonna get bored and want a new jigsaw puzzle after like 2 or 3 nights.
good
Yeah.
analogy. Yeah, totally. And I think it's muscle memory too. They know what lever to pull, what drawer to pull
Yeah, they're
out.
not actually thinking. It's just, oh, this is what I did last time.
Like
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. So either try to figure out a way to mix that up and make it more creative, hide it somewhere in the house, wrap it in a towel, drop it in a box, or do the things that we like to do, where you sit down on the floor and you play with them and you don't just give them a boredom buster that pretty soon is not busting their boredom anymore.
Yeah.
Um, and another thing is, people say that my dog doesn't care about enrichment. How many events have we gone to where they're thinking we're the coolest booth there because we have games out to people to play with their dog, and they walk by like they don't need to know how to problem solve. My
Or
dog
they're
doesn't
like,
care
oh,
about
my
that.
dog's too stupid for that.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, do you guys remember that one trainer who was like walking by that dog back and forth and like he was making him focus
yeah.
while like he wouldn't let the dog come over or he or she, I don't remember. But they wouldn't let the dog come over and like participate in the games. They were just like walking the dog back and forth. And I was like,
And
that's
then he
really
was like, do you want to see
fun.
her sit? Do you want to see her shake my hand?
Oh,
We're like,
yeah, I do remember
that's
that
all
one.
right.
I know.
I
Like
think
we want to
so.
see her play the game. You're just teasing her.
Yeah.
I know. We
Sorry, I
would
just
like to
thought
see
about
her
that.
think for herself for a little while because
Yeah.
make her feel like she has some purpose in this world, not just please you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but there's always something. And if you are one of those people who just can't think or can't find something that you can't think,
If you're one
you
of those
can't
people
think
who
of a
just can't
game.
think.
Sorry, that was not a complete thought. But like
You're
you're just
just too
having a hard
stupid.
time.
Sorry.
That's not where I was going.
If you're
Just
just an idiot.
but I get it. You're like, if this is totally new to you, like you've
Yeah.
never, like my mom would not know how to come up with a game for her dogs because that's just not what they did
Yeah,
back in
which
the
is
day. They all lived on the
fine.
farm and
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Contact us. This is what we do, and we're happy to help and we'll walk you through it. We
Yeah,
do
and
have video series coming out especially for this. It literally walks you through games step by step, breaking it down. And we still want to answer questions if you have any, because there's always something. Your dog will find something to enjoy.
yeah,
Guaranteed.
and I
Guaranteed.
mentioned it last episode, but I just wanted to go a little bit more in depth. But we offer private enrichment consultations as well, which you can find on our website, and I'll link below.
Yes.
Either in person or virtual. It's about like 60 to 90 minutes long. And you answer like a full questionnaire about like your dog. And then we meet your dog and we figure out like basically like a syllabus or like almost like a training plan like you would get at a gym, but like for like enrichment games
Enrichment
that your
plan.
dog
Yeah, it's an enrichment plan.
personally would like personalized to them, like not just like because our video series is like showing you just generic games that we do and how to do them, but it's like the enrichment consultations is games customized to your dog and their interests. And then you can do like follow-up consultations as well. But I just wanted to throw that out there because I feel like I didn't go very in depth about it last week. But yeah,
And if you have a toddler, I could also do that for both you and
yeah,
your toddler and your dog.
yeah.
Not
Tots
you.
and Spots at Tots and Spots on Instagram and TikTok,
Yes.
linked below.
And that's amazing. That is amazing. If you have dogs and kids, you've got to do it. Elena is like so creative and it's really fun. Sometimes she'll do stuff at school with her son Jude and some of the dogs, and it's precious. It's precious. There's so much they can do together, and it's good for both of them.
Yeah.
The seashells were really fun. Stephanie put seashells out in this little fountain, and Jude will go over and grab them, and then he'll just hold them out for the dogs to like sniff and interact with. I'm like, it's really sweet.
It is
Jude
cute.
sells seashells by the fountain.
Say that 10 times fast.
Oh, it's cool. But we're here for you because this is what we do. And we really want all of you guys to do all this stuff with your dogs too. It's fun.
Yeah.
You will look at your dog a whole new way, appreciate them more, and they'll appreciate you more.
Yeah, and I feel like people are always like surprised like how into the games their dog is or like how smart their dog is because like if you don't give them the opportunity, then you won't know, but like it can
Mm-hmm.
surprise you. It can be like it's so cool to see like what my dog really enjoys and like Obi's favorite game. I've talked about this before, but he loves if you have like little plastic cups and you stack them. And like it's just so fun to watch them do it because he's so animated about it and he comes up with all these different ways to like get the treats out. Like he'll like fling the cups so they like fly out of each other or he'll hold them and pull them out. Like it's just so like cool to just like watch him and I'm like, wow, he's so good at this. Like that's so I'm so proud of him. Like
I know, and they get so excited. Like
yeah.
they're achieving this amazing thing. It's really cool.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. Oh, another thing people always throw at me, it's like, well, I tried to do that with my dog, but they looked like I was crazy. That's because, and we know these dogs do stuff, but when you try it at home, they don't see you in the same context. So you have to get silly and be into it. And I always try to tell people too, like you have to have as much fun with them as you're expecting them to have with you because they're
Yeah.
not going to buy it if you just like stalely put this towel on the ground and like
Okay, find the treats.
go.
But
Yeah. But if you get into it, and you kind of like show them if they're not going for it, it's just because they're not used to doing things with you. It's not that they're not interested or don't want to. It's just new for them and their relationship with you. So if you have a treat in a towel and you show them just like a little bit and like, okay, go get it. Okay, go get it. You have to get silly and not be afraid of how goofy you sound. And I have a t-shirt made by Wolf Culture that is my favorite t-shirt and it just says be weird with your dog. That is my all-time favorite t-shirt. And just
Yeah.
get goofy and they're going to respond to your body language. Amy Cook, I don't think we've talked about her playing like
Yeah.
that. Oh my God, if
mm-hmm.
you guys don't know how to get silly with your dog or how to instigate play, because you have to do it on their level, Amy Cook has amazing classes and developed this thing she calls Playway. And she started it on how to help reactive and aggressive dogs relax and feel safe with you to kind of build a relationship and go forward with training and that kind of stuff. But you can do it with any dog. You get on their level, you copy their body style. Um, Try it. You might feel like a fool if you haven't done it, but it is the funnest thing in the world. And we
That's
had a
my favorite.
friend.
Like, that's my favorite. You can continue.
Yes. Oh no, but we had Ron, our friend came over last night, and he doesn't really get silly with his dogs, but he was trying to connect with ours because he's going to be staying with them while we're away. And she came over, Jinx, the one who is goofy, but she brought him a ball and he's like, am I going to throw that? Am I going to throw that? And she did this big play bow and the ball rolled out of her mouth. And then he kind of went down too. And then it was like game on. And it was so cute. I was so proud of him for kind of like bowing down to her.
Yeah.
And then she got it. Like, okay, I know you're tall and you have a deep voice, but you're trying to be silly and be on my level. And it was the cutest thing. And then they played ball for like 20 minutes. She kept bringing it back, play bow. And he was like, okay, are you ready? And it was just cute. So
That's so cute.
it was really neat. And you will just discover a whole new relationship with your dog if you get silly and play on their level and get down and copy them.
That's
So
my favorite
Amy
thing.
Cook.
Yeah, I'll link Amy Cook, like her
Yeah.
Instagram and her classes. I think she does like two classes a year or something like that. Like enrollment is only open at certain times, but I think she maybe does one in December. So I'll look into that and I'll link it down below. Um, but
Yeah.
I that's like my favorite thing. I feel like especially for like the kind of like fearful reactive dogs, like I feel like it's always my go-to. Like that's how I made friends with Clover when we first got her. She
Mm-hmm.
was so shy, but I was just out in the yard with her and I was just like, what if I poked you? And what if I got your toes? And then she just started running around the yard and I was like, oh, she likes this. And like that's the same way I made friends with like Miss Pickles, who's really scary, not scary, but like scaredy and like kind of shy. I feel like all those like kind of herding dog mixes who are a little bit shy, like they like if you're just like, what if I get you? Like just kind of goofy with them. And like
Yeah.
obviously you have to read their signals, but like Joey at Love Pup, like that's how I was friends with him. Like it was just I just that's my favorite thing to do with those guys.
I like to do
Yeah.
it with Zoe to try to get her back inside.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing
Totally.
too.
She always loves to
Totally.
hang out outside forever.
Yeah, that's the thing too, because it's like we have this boxer at school, Zoe, who just wants to be out in the sun, sunbathing forever, which is like fine sometimes, but like if it's 120 degrees outside, obviously no. Um, so like if you try to get her inside, she'll just be like, no, like she'll run from you, play like the whole can't catch me. So like it is beneficial to have that sort of relationship with her where it's like, okay, what if I get you then? And then you kind of like chase
Yeah.
her inside like it's a big game, and then like, so that's like just another benefit of like having that relationship with your dog because she's like, oh, it's fun. Like, you're going to get me and I'm going to run inside. It's not like, oh, these people are making me go inside again.
Yeah, for sure. I guess I have to please them now.
Yeah.
Yes, master.
Yes, ma'am.
I know. Yeah, that's the
Instead,
best.
gallop around the yard. Sorry.
And that playful nature or playing with your dog makes everything enriching. Because like one of the stupidest games I do with my dog when I don't have anything on me, but I can tell they're bored. And I started this with Indy. You just like take 2 steps and then you stop. And then pretty soon they're gonna like fall in line with you because like what are they doing? Like that looks pretty interesting. And then you just take 2 steps and then you stop. And then you can do Frankenstein steps and you do all these weird steps. And then you can go to like circles with my arms and then I stop. And you don't even really need treats. We usually do a treat like after we're done going around the room with our stupid steps. But it's just that connection. It's just being vulnerable yourself and then they feel safe with you. And it's
Yeah.
amazing.
And then they're like, oh, mom's fun. So then when she does try to do games and like enrichment, they're like, cool. Like,
And with saying that mom's fun or dad's fun, again, it all circles back to that social currency. So if you get silly and you have that kind of relationship with your dog, it automatically gives you that currency. So then when you do have to cut the toenails or when you do have to pull that sticker out of their paw and they're scared and they don't want you to have to hold them tight or whatever, it's like, but I trust you because our relationship is solid. And then you can do those icky things. And then it's like, I'm sorry. It's okay. We're fine. And then you can go play a game. So it gives you a lot of leverage when you have to do the not fun parenting part of having dogs or kids too, probably.
Yeah.
Um, so it's just worth it. And it's just fun. It enhances your life too.
yeah, I keep bringing it back to Obi, but like, that's like how Obi is. Cause like, will he gets like a monthly bath and then he also has to get like his anal glands expressed. Shout out to Elena for showing me how to DIY it. Um, but obviously he hates it, but he's really good because like he knows like he'll let us like do it, and then it's like a really not fun thing for mom to be sticking her finger up his butt. But then as
Yeah.
soon as we're done, as soon as I put him on the floor, he gets the crazy zoomies and it's so fun, and I give him a treat and then I chase him around the house and it's like so fun. Like he has no
Yep.
grudge about it. Like so it's good.
He knows. He's like, I feel
Yeah.
better now.
Yeah, he's like, that was so like that, glad it's over. Like, now let's be silly. Like,
That was funny.
yeah, so funny.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I
like our
tell him. I'm like, that is
catchphrase.
so funny.
So silly.
So
Why
funny.
did you do that? I don't know. It's so weird.
It was so
That's
silly.
Clover. Clover had an ear infection the other day and she hates having those drops put in her ears. I'm sure it stings and she scratches, so there's open
Yeah.
cuts. And so she's sitting there and John's holding her and we're just talking to her like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And she's scared to death. And as soon as the drops are over, we're like, woohoo! And then we run around the yard and we get snacks and it's all fine. And she forgets. So it's worth it, people.
She's
It's
like, I
like,
guess it was kind of silly now that you mention it.
what just happened?
I
I
didn't
know,
think it was
poor
very
kid.
silly, but I guess if you say so.
Sure.
You guys have a weird definition of silly.
I know.
Wouldn't be the first
We have
word
to do
that
that
comes to
with
my
Jude.
mind.
I know. I know. I just want to
We
hit
have
you
to do
right
that with
now,
Jude
but
for brushing his teeth.
Oh yeah,
oh,
To like,
so funny.
to like hold him down a little bit, and then it's like, okay, we're done. Now you can brush your teeth by your He loves to just like chew on his toothbrush. You can chew on your toothbrush now. Run around.
So funny.
God, crazy.
People are gonna be like, how? Why is she raising her son like that?
Yeah, Jude is a child, by the way, not a
Yeah,
dog.
Jude's not.
He's not my dog. Yeah.
Sorry.
Just in case you're new to the podcast and aren't
Yeah,
Jude's
just
You
in
Jude's
case
don't
here.
you're a
know.
bit confused.
That's not the
Jude is
cat that you
Jude
see
is the
in the
tot in the tot in spots.
Yeah, he's the tot.
Everything is just we do the same for everyone,
Yeah.
basically.
I know. Oh
Hmm.
my God. Um, so that's all the the questions and comments that I have. Do you guys ever hear anything different than those things or
I mean, I
struggles
feel
people
like a
have?
big thing, and I don't know if we really necessarily have the answer for it other than, you know, but people who are like, well, I don't have time. I don't have time to do that with my dog. And to that I say, then maybe you shouldn't have gotten a dog. That's my
Yeah,
answer.
that's true. That's true. No, people do say that a
I
lot. You're
wasn't sure
right.
if I really wanted to bring that up because like it's kind of just like a straightforward answer. Like, okay, if you don't have time, then there's your answer. You don't have time. Like,
I'll be the
That's true.
optimist and think that maybe they think it's going to take hours to do something like that
that is
because
true.
their dog comes to school for 5 hours, but also we're not working with them for 5 hours straight. There are a lot of pauses and breaks, and they get freedom and naps and all that good stuff. But really, I worked at the dog
15 minutes a
recently.
day.
Yeah.
Seriously, I just worked with a Frenchie, and they're really busy people, but he's so smart and gets into trouble because he's looking for stuff to do. Towel games, and his dad's face just like lit up, like, oh my God, look at him. He loves that. And I said, you could literally just play with this 5 minutes before you go to work. It's always a new game. You just fold the towel just a little bit different or put two of
Hmm.
them. So he has to go find them. And then you do it again when you come home midday. And then you do it again at night on top of your walks. But it's just, it doesn't have to take a lot of time. Sometimes, yes, if you have a working border collie, if you've got a poodle or a terrier or a dog who's just really needs to work and is more high drive, you do need to put in more time.
Yeah.
Um, in that case, you may need to consider a different breed or hire
Yeah.
somebody. We do in-home enrichment as well, where we will come to you and work with your dog. If your dog doesn't want to come to our school, doesn't like a group setting, or we're just full because we often are, there are alternatives, but it's it's just crucial. Just like we talked about last week. It's so crucial for giving this to your dog for their sanity and your sanity because they will find things to do given opportunity,
Yeah.
which is fair.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't blame them for the way they're seeking out something that you're not giving them.
Nope.
And yes, it sucks if they're eating your $200 shoes, but I mean, you could have prevented it. So it's just as much
Yeah.
on you as it is on them.
Look back.
Yeah.
Why did that happen? Not just they ate my shoes, but why did they eat your
Yeah, they're
shoes?
so
What are they
bad.
missing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are they missing in their life where that was an option for them?
Yeah.
And what could you do? How can you manage the environment a little bit better and help them?
Yeah.
Put your
Sorry, I feel
shoes
like I'm
away.
being like the total
Put
like
your shoes away.
negative person here. I'm like, don't get a dog then. You suck.
But it's a valid point. It's a valid point, you know?
I apologize for my views.
Don't apologize for your views.
Sometimes, sometimes we have to rein ourselves in.
Sometimes it just takes hold of me.
We mean well.
She's not here to please you.
Yeah.
She's here to please the dogs.
Yeah. And Obi is very pleased right now. He's snug,
Aww.
snug with
He's
his,
so precious.
Big stretch.
he's snuggling with his baby duck on this gloomy day.
Oh,
He has a very enriched life. You have
nice.
done a good job.
That
I
sounds really
try.
nice.
And I even like us, like a lot of the times I feel bad that I'm not doing enough for him. Or some days I only take him on walks and don't do anything else with him and I feel horrible about it. And like that's okay, but like I'm constantly making efforts to be like, okay, tomorrow I need to do better because I wasn't with it today. And like that's fine. Because you're not going to be perfect and on your A game all the time.
No,
Just
I
as
feel
long
bad
as
No,
about
you're
that
sometimes,
too.
yeah. No, I
Sorry.
agree. Sometimes you wake up sick or whatever. The weather's terrible. One
yeah.
day's not going to kill you. But if you've established that, then they're also okay with just chilling with you because they get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's hard too when when you have like when you have a kid and then
Hmm.
you're like my dogs. It's not the same as before when it was just us and we
Hmm.
had unlimited time to do things and they were the babies. But I find I try to find ways if we don't do some sort of enrichment to just like include them in something or just like acknowledging that they're like, I see you, I know, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll try and do better tomorrow. Because sometimes it is really hard to get around to everybody by the end of the day. But I feel like if you have the at least the intent to do better the next day,
Yeah, if you're
that
like
always
making
helps.
efforts and you have the good intention, then yeah, it's okay if you have an off day. It's okay if you're not
Yeah.
perfect. It's okay if you're working on it, because like obviously.
Yeah, just consider and be aware. Um, but for that also, some of the easiest things, like if I'm having a day where I'm just super busy or can't be home, scatter feeds. Scatter feeds are my saving grace. My dogs love them. They know the word scatter feed. You don't have to do a ton of food, or you can use healthy snacks. We do cut up, we usually make like a trail mix. It's cut up carrots, maybe another vegetable or fruit that they like, and then a little bit of freeze dried beef liver. So it's all different types of values and textures. Fling it out in the yard, let them go nuts. And we'll do that 2 or 3 times almost every day because at least that's something and they love it and they're wiped out afterwards because it
Yeah.
uses a lot of brain
Because
power to get
May
out
will be out
there.
there for like 3 hours making sure nobody missed anything.
She will. She will. Oh my God. Everybody else is like, okay, that's cool. And then May just like does this little
Surely there's
methodical.
one more treat out here.
There has to be. That's Gigi. Gigi does that too. Out there forever.
So she's wiped out, just wiped out after that. But that's fun. And if you don't have a big yard or the weather is not good enough to do that, do it in the house. Another thing we do if we realize I'm like, oh my, totally short of the dogs today on enrichment is hide and seek. My
Hmm.
dogs kill for hide and seek. And oh my God, we play it all the time and they just go bonkers when they find you. And it's fun because they're sniffing. It's exciting when they see you. So that's another thing you can try too.
Or
Doesn't take a
sardines,
lot of time.
because you have the three dogs. So when one finds you, come hide, come
It
hide.
depends. We're pretty good at sardines. Like if it's May or Jinx that finds me first, they sardine.
Not
Clover is not
Clover.
a good sardine. And she's getting
I
better at using her
don't understand.
nose and not just running around aimlessly hoping she sees me. But she actually found me first yesterday, which was exciting because I was in a
Aw.
really, really hard hiding spot. And I tried to get her to come in, and then she's just like, Jinx, Jinx. I
I
was like, no,
found
no, no.
mom.
So we don't play sardines when Clover finds me first, but
So
it
funny.
is fun if you have a dog that'll sit and be quiet with you, and you're just like, okay, shh, shh, okay, shh. It's really fun. My
Molly's
favorite
not good at
when the
that.
weather's good is like I'll have the dogs outside and I'll hide somewhere inside, and then my partner will let them in. And then I go out another door and I go back outside because then they're like tearing around the house looking everywhere. And then eventually somebody will get like, oh my God, she's outside. And we have
What
a
if
huge
she?
field. Oh my God. She ran away. So,
She's in the
so they
walls.
kind of
Enrichment
got a
can be
little paranormal.
easy.
It can be very easy and not take up a lot of time, even when you're
Yeah.
tired. And it always rejuvenates me because I always think like, oh my God, we have to play hide and seek and I don't know where to hide. But after the first time they find you, it's like, this is badass. This is so fun. And then we end up playing for like 45 minutes. So
Yeah,
it's
and then you always feel so much better afterwards because like sometimes I'm like I can't be bothered like sitting on the ground for 30 minutes and like pulling the cups out and like doing all this and that, but I'm like okay, I have to. And then afterwards I'm like I'm so glad I did that because now we'll be
Hmm.
true.
happy and like tired.
Yeah.
It's like going to the
Yeah.
gym. Sometimes you don't want to start it, but it's always rewarding.
Yeah. Sometimes you sit in the parking lot for like an hour and debate it.
Cry.
Yeah. Drive around in circles. Then you eventually get out and you go and you feel
Then you
good.
feel great afterwards.
That's
Anyway,
funny. Anyway,
is that all we have to
so
say? Is that all we have to say about enrichment
I
potentially?
think that's a lot. I think we stressed about how important it is again for a number of reasons. Good ideas. We're always available if you need more ideas, need help, you get stuck, don't know where to go. Um, the one thing I do want to say too, I wrote it down and we didn't really talk about it. We mentioned it, but social pressure. So when you're doing enriching activities with your dogs, social pressure, and we'll probably do a whole podcast on this. A lot of dogs are
Social
very
pressure.
sensitive to that. I know. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Um, But if you try too hard, if you've got a dog who's timid or new to the enrichment game where you're like actually doing things on the floor, you can't force it. You can provide opportunity. And if your dog seems hesitant, try backing up a few
Mhm.
steps. We have a couple dogs at school. It's so true though, because we have some dogs who've been with us forever, but they don't like the other dogs watching them. And I'm sure some of them are shooting signals to them like, don't touch that game, or I
Yeah.
can do that game better than you.
Yeah, you're
And so
stupid.
we set the game up so they're not even looking at the other dogs, and it works for you as well. If you're right there or you're over coaching, just like,
Yeah,
come
find
on,
it, find it. You can do
find
it.
it.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people do that thinking that it's encouraging, but if your dog's not responding to that and getting excited with you, that might be too much social pressure. And
That's just
you may
also just
think this
like a
is,
lot of like brain
yeah.
overload if you're constantly like, get it, you can do it, find it, it's right there, get it. Like that's just a lot. Like
Oh my God. Yeah. We watch
someone from
Amazing Race.
I
They're
was
doing
literally about
that.
to
And you're
say
like,
it's like when the teams are on Amazing Race trying to do like a really
yes.
hard challenge and their partner's like, you got it, you got it, you got it, and they're like, shut up.
I know. John and I watch that, and I'm like, if I'm doing that challenge, you better be quiet because I don't want someone like constantly. And he's like, oh, I would never. But you see those
I
people
wouldn't
like,
dare.
I believe in you, baby. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Good job,
Poor
you
Stefan.
got it,
Like,
you
she's
got it.
like,
Yeah.
like, let me
It's just
just
a
do this.
lot.
God.
And dogs are like that too. I would say
Overwhelming.
herding dogs almost always are like that, but it doesn't even matter. It can be any breed. It's just their personality.
Yeah.
But have it there, present it, and then back up and let it
I don't even
unfurl
care if you do that
organically.
game.
Back up and shut up.
Back up and shut up.
I wish you
That's gonna
wouldn't
be
even do
in
that
our new
game.
training
Reverse
module.
psychology.
I think
Don't touch
there's a
that.
line, like encourage a little bit because if it's new to them, they might not understand what the point of the game is. But
Yeah.
then you've got to let them explore. It's like helicopter parenting. Never
Yeah.
a good idea. Like they have to learn independence. The whole point of the games is for building problem solving skills and creative thinking. And if you're just coaching them on, all you're doing is frustrating them.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just wanted to bring that point up too. And we'll probably talk a lot more about social pressure. It can
Social
be the social
pressure.
pressure and social currency episode, but
That'll be our theme
um,
song for the episode, or theme song for the episode.
do we have to
Yeah.
get permission from Queen to use
Not
that?
if we just acapella it.
Sweet. Okay.
Ooh, good idea.
Yeah.
We'll practice
We've
that
got the
after.
rain drum too. We can play it on the rain drum.
I love the rain drum.
We bought a rain
God.
drum, Maren. Can't wait to show you.
I'm so excited.
It's so fun. I feel like I've been annoying the dogs with it though, because like I break it out too often and I'm just like
They're like, not this again.
It's very soothing. I bought it because I saw that it's very soothing for animals. The ad had a woman playing it to a horse, and the horse is like nuzzling her. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so good for the dog. It's like
I think they
it's
like it.
it's cool. Yeah. It's a rain drum because you can also leave it out in the rain, and as the drops hit the different parts of the drum,
Oh,
it's kind of cool.
interesting. Have a rain
Yeah.
drum and a wind chime out there, and there'd be like a little symphony in your yard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would just need Danny Elfman. It would be perfect.
Yeah.
A little Danny Elfman gnome conducting a
Danny
symphony.
No Man.
Okay, that needs to happen.
It does need to happen. My birthday's coming up.
Write that down.
Write that down, write that down.
Anyway,
Anywho, but
shall we?
just yeah, just so when you're trying the games, just watch your dog and listen to them because they will communicate to you their needs for sure. You just have to be willing to listen and
Yeah. And just keep trying. Don't give up.
do keep trying. Yeah.
Can do it.
All
Well,
right.
we'll stop holding you hostage.
Yeah.
Alana,
If
Yeah.
you made it this
play
far.
us out.
Stop hurting your heads.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us on What Dogs Really Want. If you like this episode, hit that follow button, leave a review or comment, and share with someone whose dog might be trying to tell them something. If you have a myth you want busted or a behavior you're curious about, you can drop us a DM at What Dogs Want. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram. You can also leave us a voice memo, and we'll try to cover it in a future episode. Until next time, stay kind and curious and do fun stuff with your dog.
Do fun enrichment with your dog.
Do
And
it.
step back a little bit and shut up. Just kidding.